Hey guys, so welcome to my channel. This is my natural hair journey video. I wanted to start this video off with saying I have had a love-hate relationship with my hair over the past 8 years, and it's crazy. When I was younger, I had the regular hairstyles. My mom always did my hair. I never had a perm, but I did have a texturizer, and that broke my hair off in middle school so bad. After middle school, my mom stopped doing my hair quite as often, and it was more on me to learn how to do my own hair. But the problem was I only know how to do two hairstyles, and that was to either straighten my hair or put in a puff. In this picture, this is my graduation picture. My hair was straightened. This was my graduation party, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna wash my hair, I'm not gonna straighten it, and here's the outcome. I don't know who told me this was cute or that this was a look, but baby, them ends is burnt. They just don't curl no more. My hair was fried. Like, look at it. It was so bad, and I blame my best friend for all of it. Alright, so in high school, I had my very first sewing. This is like around high school senior pictures, and I had my first, and prom, and that's when I had my first sewing. Now, ain't nobody know about no closures, so I didn't have no closure. That part was literally pieces of hair glued to the top of my head. I didn't know how to protect my hair underneath my weave, so I just scratched all of that and went back to what I know, and that was to straighten my hair again. So that whole natural thing didn't last long at all. At this stage, I've noticed that my hair had become extremely brittle, so I decided to cut it in August 2014. I went to a professional stylist, and she told me that my hair had so much buildup on it, that my curls were basically just fried, and that I needed to leave the flat iron alone. Did I listen? No, of course not, because I don't know. I don't know what my problem is, but I just could not put the flat iron down. And there's my signature ponytail, and that's all I knew how to do. It was either straight or in a ponytail. That was it. Okay, so November 2014, this was my cyst removal, aka kind of sort of big chop. So I found out that I had a cyst on the left side of my head. It was like right by my ear. They wanted to remove it as soon as possible. Everything was fine. I turned out fine. And then 2 weeks later, I was washing my hair with my mother, and I tried to put my hair into a 4 parts, like to wash it, and I realized I could only put my hair into 3 sections. I had entirely lost all the hair on the bottom left section of my hair. It was gone completely. So my mother decided to put in braids. The problem with braids was my hair was so short. My mom's not a professional, and she couldn't grip it. So braids were slipping out from that bottom section, and it was mortifying. It was so scary. Like, I've always had medium length hair, and to have all my hair gone like in a snap was probably the scariest thing I've ever been through. So this was around July 2015. This is when I started to get in the natural hair feel again. I started watching videos. Everyone was promoting, keep your hair in a protective style. Your hair will grow. So I wore braids from December 2014 till December 2015. I wore them for an entire year. I wore them until I was able to put my hair into a low bun. So I decided to get a sew-in, and this time I went to a professional. My cousin had a shop, so she was able to do it for me, and nobody could tell me nothing. I didn't have a closure. It was I had my hair out for the side part, and I loved it. I loved having a sew-in. It was amazing. I had longer hair. I felt beautiful. I could do whatever I want with it. I could curl it, whatever I wanted. So April 2016, I had my first full sew and I had a closure this time. By this time, everybody on YouTube was, all about the closure, making it look real as possible. And so I probably wore this sewing probably for a few months. I liked wearing protective styles because that is what my hair needed. My hair needed to be in a protective style to get the most growth as possible. Doesn't work for everybody, but it definitely worked for me. Alright, so after wearing the sew-in for months, I decided that I wanted to dye my hair. My hair had just grown back to shoulder length, and I wanted to do something different, something I've never done before, and my mom went with me. So she dyed her hair orange, and I dyed my hair red. And I loved it. Nobody could tell me nothing about the red hair. It was me. It was a statement. I was the first person to do it out of anybody that I knew. And I really was surprised of how good my hair turned out after wearing braids and weaves for so long. Like, you could actually see curls in my hair. I had never seen that before, and those were my little startup hair ingredients that I used. Hair products that I used, and this was my very first ever wash and go. At this point, I was really enjoying being natural. I loved the versatility. I liked wearing my hair straight. I liked wearing it in a low bun, high bun, a puff, 2 puff balls. I just loved all the options that I could have did with my hair. But you can still see that I was still, hesitant to let go of the flat iron. I might have tried different styles and wore my hair out more often, but I was still flat ironing my hair, and here is when I could tell I was flat ironing one too many times. Now I was like, okay, let me put on a protective style, let me nurse my hair back to health because I have harmed my hair again. So I started messing around with extension, doing the long ponytail, just doing different things so I wouldn't have to revert back to always having sew-in and always having braids. At this point, I was going on vacation. I actually went to Italy, and I did not want to keep flat ironing my hair or even have it out curly because it was hot and I didn't want the sun to destroy it. So I thought if I put in braids that it would nurse my hair back to health, and I just wanted it to be protected and covered and just safe. July 2017 was the best my hair has ever looked, like ever, including now. It was the best time for my hair. My hair was flourishing. I had just gotten it back to where my curls weren't destroyed and damaged. They were defined, they were shiny, they were beautiful. I wish my hair stayed like this forever. In August 2017, I decided to get my hair trimmed. I did need a trim. I saw that I was having some split ends, and I cannot express enough. Please go to someone you trust. I did not know this girl. I got her from Instagram, and she cut inches off of my hair and straightened my hair so much that I had heat damage and my hair was destroyed after this. I tried to wash it and it was over. So then I decided to go back to the sew-ins, and it was like my journey was starting all over again. I was destroyed. I was sad. I was heartbroken, but I couldn't blame anyone but myself. I should have did my research, but I just went back to what I was used to and went back into having protective styles. Thanksgiving 2017, I decided to dye my hair black. I picked up a Shea Moisture color cream box and I just did it at home. I was just done with the color now. It had faded to like more of like a honey blonde. I wanted to restart this hair journey, and for the last time I was going to do it right. While discovering this whole natural journey again, I stumbled upon crochet hair, and it has definitely turned out to be one of my favorite protective styles. It's easy, it's cheap, it's convenient. It lasts a whole week, so you don't have to change your hair every single day. I love to switch it up with crochet hair. Even made a wig that I was very proud of. It was my very first wig, and I wore it. I probably wore it for about a week. I still have it, but it's all like frizzy now, but the idea was cute, so. Okay, in the next picture, what we're not going to do is come after me, because this was my first frontal that I had owned for about 4 hours, and I did not know how to lay a frontal. Okay, it was bad, but it wasn't that damn bad. Anyway, I got better with time. You learn how to do it correctly. Trial and error, YouTube. But I finally got it right. It started looking really good, and I was really impressed with myself. So I was able to wear wigs more often. Sometime in July 2017, I decided to do the 1 year no heat challenge. I threw the flat iron away. I actually gave it away. Didn't want any temptation, nothing. And I really started to express myself with my curls. Like, this was my very first twist out. I wore it to my college graduation, which was really big for me because I've never worn my hair out. And I rocked it and I loved it, and I was so happy. I do wear a protective style every time I go on vacation, just because it's easier, especially when I went to Mexico, because I'm always in and out of salt water, in and out of chlorine water, in the sun, directly in the sun, and it's just easier to keep my hair protected in braids or in sew-in. So I do like to wear protective styles while I'm on vacation. Okay, so July 2018, I straightened my hair for the first time in an entire year. My hair was definitely longer, it was definitely fuller, but one thing I would say, I don't think it was worth it, because for some reason when my hair is curly, I don't think to trim it. But when it is straight, I do trim it all the time when it's straight, and my ends were really, really bad. So I decided to cut my hair actually up to my ears. I was curly because my ends were just that bad. I actually really love the shorter fro look. It's actually my favorite look that I've had. Just taking care of longer hair, especially when it's natural, it's just so much work. Now I was the most educated on my own hair. I knew what worked for my hair. I knew what my hair needed, and I was able to enjoy doing different styles and wearing my hair out and doing all these different things, because finally my hair was the definition of healthy. My hair journey has definitely been a love-hate relationship, a lot of ups and a lot of downs, but the best thing I can tell you guys to do is follow what your hair needs. It's the best thing. Don't go off of whatever you see. Follow what your hair is actually telling you it needs. Comment any questions down below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.